Hello everybody, welcome back to PadfootTD Games. My name is Zach, I am the voice behind the icon. Today we are in XPlane 11. Super excited about this. Yeah, we are at Keene, Dallas Hopkins Airport. That's K-E-E-N. For those of you wondering, the call sign, or K-E-E. Excuse me. It is in Keene, New Hampshire. It is a small, little itty-bitty two-runway. I can't say little itty-bitty. It's actually fairly big. It's a two-runway municipal airport that is for general aviation, and also there's a lot of private jets that fly in and out for business in the area. Today we are going to be taking out this Cessna. It's the default Cessna. It's the advanced one. There's two that are in there. I just figured I wanted to do something small and quick. Just to kind of get our feet wet within XPlane 11 again. When I first bought it, I was all about it. I downloaded a mod for 737. It's the free one that's got all kinds of stuff. You guys will see it later in another video. I learned everything and anything about it, and then kind of put it away for a little while and seemed to have forgotten everything. So I wanted to start it small. But you know what? Enough talk. Let's climb in this Cessna. And let's see if we remember what to do, okay? First off, climb in. Close the door. You're not going to let me close the door? Is that going to be... That's going to be an issue. There we go. It's like, you're supposed to let me close the door. All right, let's arm our master battery here. It figures out where we are. Alt battery, yep. And avionics, flip those on. Everything's whirling up, got a battery going, that's fantastic. Check everything, make sure everything looks normal. Obviously we have no overpressure, low volts, etc. This is temporary on the ground. Let's just get familiar with this aircraft. We obviously have all of our lights, all of our fuses, ignition, throttle, fuel, radio, trim, rudder. I am using the Thrustmaster. Oh, I wish I remember the name of you. The box is literally sitting still in my office. Let's see. I'll just crash everything around. Oh, regardless, it's a Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster. It's orange and black. It comes with the throttle, the not yoke, it's a joystick, and rudder pedals. They all combined together. Only 2 USBs. Ella has now decided that she wants to play fetch. Just making sure everything seems like it's gonna work. And of course, yeah, that's gonna work. That's great. All right, give me 1 second just to close my office door, and we'll get ready to go. Alright, so we're going to be doing a visual flight only today. Really, it's just we're going to get up in the air around Keene, maybe follow Connecticut, go over my hometown of Hinsdale, and then back. Something really quick, simple, and of course fun, you know, just to kind of get back into the swing of XPlane 11. Alrighty, let's see. Make sure everything's good. Whoops. Make sure nobody's around us, that's good. Give it just a little higher of idle here. There we go, we got a good vacuum pressure, everything looks good. We've already checked, our controls seem fine. Yet again, I've flown the Cessna once, I'm used to something much larger. So, this is going to be a good time. Let's move our head back here. So, there we go. That's a little bit more manageable, in my personal opinion. Alright, I got to remember what everything is here. That looks fine. Taxi light is now on. That's weird. Always good to head outside just to make sure that everything is on. Anybody who's in the sim world long enough knows it's always good to double check. The weather is updating. I do have live weather coming in. Ignore the resources plug and fly Lua up in the top left, and then the Lula has stopped That's a plugin that seems to be having some issues this morning. I'm just going to ignore it. Don't need it for this flight. All right. Let's head on over to the larger of the two runways. For the longest time, I actually used to play Flight Simulator X for years and years. Once I finally actually figured out how to actually fly a plane, I'm going to put that in quotes because you're going to hear this story in a second. I used to play that constantly. And then, you know, I thought I got really good at it. I was flying the Boeing 737 around. I had the Delta paint scheme on it because, I don't know, it's just the most appeasing one to me. Ooh, a little jumpy this morning. But I used to play that. I thought I was really good at it. But I didn't realize until later on that I never used an FMC. I, you know, went just through air traffic control and they told me where to go and, you know, fly that way. Never used a yoke, always keyboard and mouse. November 172, Sierra Piper. General Aviation. Taking off from Keene. Runway 20. Just making sure there's nobody up in the sky. We don't have any mods, but it's always good to check. Disclaimer, not a pilot. Don't have my pilot's license. I am just an enthusiast of flight sims. Definitely not a pilot. I've always wanted to get my license, but I don't know, worried about hearing and stuff like that. We do have a wind coming from the left. You can see it's pushing our plane to the right. It's okay. Like I said, not a pilot, still new to using the joystick and the yoke, so, well, the joystick and the throttle and the rudders and everything, so bear with me as we learn together. Alright, we're just going to do a direct out here. Just remember which way rudder's supposed to go. Alright. Let's throttle that up. It already wants to lift off the ground a little bit. Just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, we have no landing gear to worry about. Let's take that taxi off. I should have actually put our landing lights on. Oh well. Whoops. Alright, over there's Swansea. I know you guys might not know the area, but still technically over airport property. Don't want to mess anything with that. Let's head towards Keene. I can even do flaps. I'm telling you, I'm so rusty, I'm not even paying attention. It's not the game that's a little jumpy, it's just me using the mouse. That's me being jumpy. Beautiful Swansea Lake there. And let's head over to the city of Keene. We're not even going to use autopilot, we're going to do everything by hand today. Let's see if we pop out. But this is Keene, technically. Some of it's pretty accurate. There's some parts that are not. These buildings technically kind of accurate. There's an ice rink over here with the police station. That intersection's not even close to right. It's a lot more of a cluster than that. Let's see. This looks kind of right. Keene State College, which is where I went to college, is right here. Well, technically right here. That's where all these buildings are kind of supposed to be. It's supposed to be the college. There's supposed to be a pond there. It's not there. It's fine. And where I learned everything about theater. That's right. I'm not usually one to want to sit outside. I like to be inside and kind of bring that to life, but it's kind of neat being able to say, like, oh, this is not necessarily where I grew up, but kind of. Let's head towards our hometown. I know there's probably a way, I just haven't looked into it yet. Of making this my default. It's back here. Oops. Follow this road now. This one right here. It's gonna bring us actually to our hometown. It's gonna take a bit. I mean, it's like a half an hour drive, so let's fly it. Beautiful mountainscapes. That's one thing I love about living in New England. Just everything's pretty. I do like that there's traffic that generates on the roads. That's good. But yeah, this stretch of road right here from Keene, which is technically our closest quote-unquote city, it's really that desolate. It's just a road that goes. Alright, but we took off from Keene, which is on the side of Keene, which is right here, and Swansea. We're technically coming into West Swansea now. I think it's west or east. Technically, if you're looking at a map, it's west. I think this is where they call the heart of Swansea. Sorry guys, it's early in the morning, so I'm not really used to that much. I do plan to bring longer flights. I just needed to get back in and see what it felt like again. There are going to be some longer flights coming through, so I'm excited about that. With the Boeing 737. That's my aircraft of choice. Let's see, so here is up the road. It's not shown here, but like right about there is so right below us actually technically right here. It's not shown, but it is our favorite pizza spot, Angie's. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll see us there every Friday. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, that's PadfootTD Games. On Instagram. You can see some cute puppies and what they do all the time. Had a great picture of Beast this morning. We took off our old comforter and just put it on the bed before we could get it to the laundry, and he has claimed it as his own. What altitude is it at right now? 36? Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Let's, I thought we were starting to get a little capped for speed, so let's bring that down just a bit. Yeah, we'll rest right there, that's fine. Still learning the views. Excuse me. But yeah, after Swansea, we start heading towards Winchester, which is over here. This is the next kind of desolate town. If you watch it, can't say if you watched it yet because we don't have it yet. Our technical home track, which is Monadnock Speedway, is right about here. It's not shown on this map, obviously. It's right about here. And there will be a vlog on that this summer, that's a guarantee. We have a motocross track that's right here, and right across from it we have a supercross track. Hoping to make it there this year, and if we do, we will make sure we take you along with us. Sitting right beneath the cloud, that's where we want to be. Take my feet off the rudders for now. probably take a more direct route back to Keene. Right now, I'm just wanting to follow the highway, which is right there. Quote unquote highway. It's more. Alright, I'm bringing us down just a little bit. There's nothing like flying. You know what I mean? Like, I know this is just a sim, but the freedom that comes with it, just amazing. And weather changed again. But here's Winchester. It's a small little town next to us. This is actually, technically, I think legality-wise, where Danielle and I got married. We got married. We have to get married in our own state to avoid massive amounts of paperwork since we were going to be married at sea instead of the Bahamas. So we actually had to get married legally in our home state, which is New Hampshire. We live right over here in Massachusetts. And we got married right here. It's the town hall of Winchester. I know our hometown is over here, but their hours are really bad. So we said we had to get married in Winchester. And we did. We married in Winchester in October on the 9th. Technically, actually, the 6th. And then we got married on the ship on the 9th. That was a hard turn. I missed the turn. 90 degree. There. Right now, we're following the Asheville River, which starts like way up in Keene, New Hampshire. For those of you who might know the area. Then right over here is the Connecticut River. That starts way up north and travels very far down. Very big. Anybody watches like Northwood's Law on Animal Planet, it follows the greenies. Fish and Game. There we go. Fish and Game of New Hampshire. It's actually right over there. They patrol this area a lot. And then Pisgah, New Hampshire's Colonial State Park is here. That's Pisgah Lake. Right now, we are traveling through a very itty-bitty town called Asheville. It's kind of like a sub-town of Winchester. Over here, there's massive mills, and this is where Pisgah begins. We have our high-tension wires that originally came from the nuclear power plant that was over here. Continuing on our journey. Right here is actually not a lake. That used to be the Hinsdale area water treatment plant, and so we moved it more towards downtown. So this is now a reservoir for the town of Hinsdale. Power lines are in the right spot. It's really neat to kind of see little details like that. This is 119, by the way, for anybody who might know the roads in the area. And right here is the town of Hinsdale. This is where I was, not necessarily born, I was born in Brattleboro, right over there. But this is where I was raised. Let's bring the speed down. It is not this dense. This is not cut through. We have massive amounts of hills and mountains, and something that's not really shown here. This road right here, you can head right up, and we live over here. My childhood home is right there. Technically, if we're looking at a map. And Brattleboro, which is the next closest city, is right over here. And there's the quarry. These are some of the islands that are in the area, in between Connecticut. And it's not shown here, but right here is the nuclear power plant. It's decommissioned now. It's Vermont Yankee, but... Well, there you have it. We flew to Hinsdale. It was a quick little flight. Keene's way over yonder. But that's heading towards our hometown. So now, we did a fun thing. I'm going back. Great little flight. Just to get what it feels like again. Weather update. is in this direction. Figure it out from there. Top back into the cockpit. Probably should have done this before, but I've never actually used the autopilot. That's something we'll have to mess with. This is the range, I believe, for Keene, so. We'll get there. I'm sure of it. I've never used it. Oh, we didn't even fill up before we left. Oops. Yeah, this is something we're gonna have to learn, guys. Oh, I'm excited about it now. I haven't used one of these in a long time. I used to actually use these in XPlane. That was the closest thing that I used, because I used to fly Cessna a lot. Alright, well, the more you know. It's going to be a learning experience for all of us, and I'm really excited to bring you guys along with it. I love X-Plane, so I'm hoping to play a lot of it this summer. It's a great little flight. Probably something a little bit bigger. I figure out if those are other planes on the GPS or these locations, because there ain't anywhere in Hinsdale that you can land. There used to be an airfield technically in Brattleboro. And you can land on the Connecticut. If you have a seaplane, obviously. Bring that throttle up a little bit more. Gotta switch my yoke hand here. Joystick hand, I should say. I'm flying it with the left because that's how it's set up on the Boeing 737. Ignore the jumpiness. And the throttle's on the right, so that's something that I'm trying to get used to, but my left hand is definitely not my dominant hand. Alright, we are in airspace here. Can we zoom out? Oop, that's zooming in. Oh, there's Keene, so now we'll use this as our approach. I don't know where this wanted us to go. I don't think it's because we didn't set it up, but that's kind of funny. Alright, let's keep it down near about 3,000 feet. That's Mount Monadnock, by the way, right here. It's, like, pretty much the... I can't remember the exact fact about it, but it's like the #1 climb mountain in America. Not America, New Hampshire. And that beats Mount Washington because this one won't kill you. It's beautiful and big. My family and I have climbed it, just regarding your comment there. We have climbed it, we did not make it to the top. We were very close to the top, and it began to rain. Now, though, we will be having a dog with us, so that'll be interesting as well. We don't take the easy trail either. We're adventurous people. My weight might not tell you that, but we are adventurous people. Alright, let's start a turn right here. Pretty good bank right there. Alright, so this will come down to the moment of truth. Can I land this airplane? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I wish I could give you a better answer than that, but I honestly have no idea. Let's get a little bit of flap in there. Alright, Keene's right over here. Just trying to get that throttle down a little bit. I don't know the landing speed for a Cessna. So, right. It's gonna be a learning curve, and you guys get to be here and watch me fail and probably crash and all that good time. I'm excited about it. Let's just keep a positive rate downward. Add one more flapper. Is that gonna be like way too much? Be cautious of that airspeed right there. Oh, my hand is falling asleep. Left hand is not used to having to be in this one position. But I love autopilot. Alright. We're close enough. Let's get our landing lights on. Like I said, just a hobbyist. So this may go horribly wrong. I get the concept. Let's go with that. I get the concept, and I've done successful flights in the past, but a little rusty. I will be honest on that. Especially since my left hand is going to sleep. Hello! Hello over there in the chat. We're making our final approach back to Keene. It's probably going to end horribly. And you all get to see the end result here. Alrighty. Just trying to manage that airspeed, keep us in a pretty steady descent here. Don't need to worry about gear. Lights are where they should be. Believe it or not, I'm actually better at landing at night. That's where I feel safer. And again, long-time hobbyist of flight sims does not mean I'm good at them. It's like a fairly successful approach thus far. Yeah, see, I don't know enough to know what the PAPI is. You know what I mean? Like, it's something I'm gonna learn. That's my plan over the summer, is to really get into XPlane. Flight Simulator X, I don't care what anybody says, I love it, but they did make it too easy. XPlane 11 keeps that realism there and adds that extra challenge, and that's just something that I've got to learn. The lights on the left of the runway, do they change? Or is that just supposed to be what I know? For red, you're too low. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you. I'm learning things every day. Ooh, a little rough on the landing and a bounce, of course. And this is gonna be bad, like I said. Just trying to remember rudder positions, I'm not used to it. And in the grass, and causing thousands of dollars worth of damage. I'm telling you, I'm not used to working with rudders at all. So, yet again, that's why we are in here for a test flight before we kill hundreds of innocent people. Well, at least on the benefit side, we made it to the ground. Sorry you guys have to see such a horrible approach and horrible landing. Alright. But I thank you for the help. That's the thing. That's the thing that I love about when we live stream on Twitch. It might be a complete embarrassment, but there's always people there to help. So I appreciate that. I did not know that the would you pronounce it PAPI or Poppy? That's something I'm curious on now. I did not know that they'd be functioning in the game. I know a little bit about it. I'm also used to the avionics kind of doing it for me. The lazy way of flying. Thank you. Let's bring it back over to our terminal here. Well, at least, you know, a good parking spot. Here at Keene, General Aviation's technically on the other side. This is where private and business would be. That much I do know. We started right around here. That's where we'll park for now. It's weird. The larger the aircraft, the better I seem to be able to fly. This is a good challenge for me. Alright, let's hop back in. Let's see. I know I could have done that a little bit slower. Let's see. Don't need landing lights. We completely forgot our taxi lights. Telling you. Rusty. Very, 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 very rusty. Let's flip all these off. You know. Keep that. That's off. This is here. Parking brake is set. Let's see. Everything else seems fine here. And there. And let's climb on out. All right, well, there you have it. Our first flight back into XPlane 11. It was an interesting one. I'll tell you that. The flight itself was successful. The landing, not as much. I really thank you, if you can see us. I really, really appreciate the feedback on the poppy lights. You know, I did not know they're functioning in XPlane 11. I know very little about XPlane 11. I've seen Jeff Favignano play it, and I was like, hey, I want to buy that. And, you know, I actually won the Thrustmaster joystick, throttle, and pedal combo. I won that. Oh, my flaps are still up. Oops. We've already turned everything off. Well, I'll take care of that in a second. But yeah, like I said, still new to it. I think for anybody watching on Twitch, which I thank you so much for being here, I think I'm going to do one more flight. But as for this video, I'm going to end this video here for those of you who will be watching this on YouTube. I appreciate you guys coming out to this episode. If you like what you saw, we do live stream from time to time on Twitch, so that's PadfootTD. On YouTube, it's PadfootTD space games. As well, if you want to see some cute puppies, it's PadfootTD Games on Instagram. But I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we'll see you in the next one.